What's good? It's your boy Fanon. All right. So, I was just perusing the news and boxing in between these comments in my comment section with my favorite UK boxing fans, as usual, day after day telling me that I've lost my mind, or better yet, that I never had one, because I think Anthony Joshua ducked Deontay Wilder. But in the midst of just reading through boxing, in honor of them, I went to some UK channels just trying to see what was going on, and ran into an article where Manny Pacquiao talks about it's the mail dailymail.co.uk, and they talk about some interesting notion about Manny Pacquiao and Amir Khan. Now, this article illustrates the problem with promoters. You have Manny Pacquiao, and according to this article, I've not heard Manny Pacquiao say it, but Manny Pacquiao wants to fight Amir Khan. The person that I've heard him talk about the most often is Vasyl Lomachenko. Now, of the people that are being talked about him fighting, there is, in his next fight is, now this is Manny Pacquiao, right? Manny Pacquiao could face Amir Khan. He could face Terrence Crawford. He could face Vasyl Lomachenko. But really, I think if you asked him who he really, really wants to face, that would be Floyd Mayweather Jr. Because Floyd Mayweather Jr. is his rival. Manny Pacquiao feels that he won the bout. Manny Pacquiao fans who are on, I don't know what you guys are doing, somehow, some way in your mind, convince yourself, because I'm a Manny Pacquiao fan, but I'm talking about those Manny Pacquiao fans, have convinced themselves that Manny Pacquiao beat Floyd Mayweather Jr. after their very detailed look of all the punches that were thrown in the bout in slow motion with their blinders on. So, however, Manny Pacquiao, the best way for Manny Pacquiao to end his career is with a rematch with Floyd Mayweather Jr., and it's something I would love to see. Now, these other bouts that are being talked about, Amir Khan, Terrence Crawford, and Vasyl Lomachenko, are really funny fights to make. Because one, we know that Amir Khan is now with, and he's got to be regretting it. Soon he'll be regretting it. Signed with Eddie Hearn. Not knowing that there was going to be a resurgence of Manny Pacquiao and that Manny Pacquiao would be a free agent. Now, why do I call Manny Pacquiao a free agent? Because Manny Pacquiao just promoted himself in his own fight and did not include Bob Arum in the promotion. They did do the television rights in the U.S. with ESPN Plus, but I don't recall there being anything top rank associated with that card. And Manny Pacquiao has been very clear in saying, or at least his camp has been clear in saying, that their contract with Bob Arum is up. Though you can't get Bob Arum to stop telling people that he's still with them. It's like the girlfriend that got dumped, but just want to keep looking every other girl up and down, talking about, that's my man, that's my man. He's saying he ain't with you. Well, he just don't know he's with me. That type of nonsense. That's how Bob Arum is acting. But Bob Arum, even if Bob Arum was able to cut a deal with Manny Pacquiao and say, hey, Manny Pacquiao fight Vasyl Lomachenko. The problem with that is that Vasyl Lomachenko don't want to fight Manny Pacquiao. Vasyl Lomachenko is on record as in saying that he's not going up to 140 pounds. There ain't going to be no catch weight for Manny Pacquiao. If Manny Pacquiao wants to fight Vasyl Lomachenko, then he's got to go to 135 pounds, which, in my opinion, is smart on the part of Vasyl Lomachenko, but really says that Vasyl Lomachenko doesn't want to fight. Because Vasyl Lomachenko, in the very, very obnoxious words of Anthony Joshua fanboys, I hate that word, fanboys, Anthony Joshua passionate aficionados, I like that better, is the Manny Pacquiao was the A side of that scenario. Manny Pacquiao is the one that's bringing the money. Manny Pacquiao would be the one who's bringing the interest. And And Vasyl Lomachenko, despite all of the wonderful things that have been said about him, his um his his profile is not where Manny Pacquiao's is. So for Vasyl Lomachenko to demand that he's going to for Manny Pacquiao, for Vasyl Lomachenko to demand Manny Pacquiao drop down 2 weight divisions to fight him makes that a non-starter. Now, as far as Terrence Crawford, Manny Pacquiao doesn't want Terrence Crawford. Now, maybe he's feeling a little more froggy about himself now that he, walked through Lucas Matisse. And that's reasonable for him to do so. I think he looked good. All that other stuff aside, I think that he looked good. He looked sharp. I liked how patient he was. I was liking how he's boxing. I'm not confused that he's not the Manny Pacquiao of 2005. He's not that quick anymore, but with older age comes wisdom often. And you can learn to be a better boxer as time goes on. And it seemed as if that's what happened with him in that Lucas Matisse bout. However, he doesn't really want Terrence Crawford. So it's a funny situation with Bob Arum. Manny Pacquiao wants Lomachenko, but Lomachenko doesn't want Pacquiao. Terrence Crawford wants Manny Pacquiao, but Manny Pacquiao doesn't want Terrence Crawford. Consequently, Bob Arum would have to find some way to make Lomachenko, who is his big star that he's trying to build, agree to something that Vasyl Lomachenko said that he doesn't want to do. And you know what happens when you spoil somebody with all those accolades and all those championship fights right off the bat. They start thinking that they can get this illusion that they can actually do what they want to do, which is right for Vasyl Lomachenko. I'm a supporter of Vasyl Lomachenko, by the way. Just so you know, he impressed me in his last fight. That's not a jab at Vasyl Lomachenko. I respect where he's coming from. So that's the catch with Bob Arum and Manny Pacquiao. Amir Khan, according to Eddie Hearn wants him to go and fight Kell Brook because that's an in-house fight, right? Kell Brook, Amir Khan, that's the big fight that everybody's been waiting on for a long time in the UK that never happened. Problem is Amir Khan doesn't want that fight. And Amir Khan really does want Manny Pacquiao. But if Eddie Hearn is the same Eddie Hearn that just dealt with Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua, I'm quite sure if Eddie Hearn doesn't want that bout to happen, that bout's not going to happen because Eddie Hearn will not be promoting Manny Pacquiao. Now, if Manny Pacquiao wanted to sign with Eddie Hearn, I'm sure it could happen. But as of right now, I'm feeling that Eddie Hearn is your traditional model promoter who wants to have both people under their belt, just like Bob Arum. Bob Arum is going to want Manny Pacquiao to sign a 2-fight deal with him or a 3-fight deal with him in order to face Lomachenko or to face Terrence Crawford. And same thing with Eddie Hearn. He's going to try to get Manny Pacquiao to sign with him. Now, the problem with those fights that Manny Pacquiao wants is that they're number one, they're hard to make, because they're going to want to lock Manny Pacquiao down. And number 2, they're not going to lead him to where he wants to go, which is to Floyd Mayweather Jr. And it's going to take some convincing to get Floyd Mayweather Jr. to do it. Well, fortunate for Manny Pacquiao, there is a route to take. And that, my friends, is the PBC route. The PBC route gives him the option of not signing with the promoter, but yet being able to get boxers into the ring who he has a chance to win against, and will also allow him to promote the whole event if he wanted to. He could have fights with Danny Garcia. He could have matches up with Sean Porter. As of right now, unless something changes in the next day when announcements with DAZN and Keith Thurman, he could even get a Keith Thurman bout. And Floyd Mayweather Jr. is closely connected with the PBC, so that partnership could be made. And in my opinion, is the most reasonable thing for Manny Pacquiao to do if what he wants to do is get that ultimate big payday, big shot at redemption fight against Floyd Mayweather Jr. And I believe that it could happen because Floyd Mayweather Jr. is more than likely going to come out of retirement. Or it's, now I wouldn't say more than likely, it is possible, if not probable, that Floyd Mayweather Jr. can come out of retirement. But what's going to get Floyd Mayweather Jr. to come out of retirement? It's going to have to be $200 million. It's going to have to be a $200 million, $250 million payday against in a bout that he thinks that he can win, that it could create a lot of curiosity in the boxing world. And that, my friend, is Manny Pacquiao. So, in summary, Manny Pacquiao's in a bit of a rock and a hard place as far as where he goes. He's got a leech of a promoter in Bob Arum, who's definitely going to try to tie him down and lock him back up into a 3-fight deal and then rob him. Okay, because if he gets in there with on a 1-fight deal against either Lomachenko or Terrence Crawford, and this is no shot on Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford, I just don't think he can beat. I think he's going to walk out of there with a whooping. Vasyl Lomachenko, he might get robbed. Amir Khan, same thing, but Amir Khan is going to have to re-up with, he's probably going to have to try to get tied down by Eddie Hearn. Man, Amir Khan, you could have got this fight that you wanted if you hadn't signed with Eddie. If Amir Khan hadn't signed with Eddie, this fight for him and Manny Pacquiao probably could have got done. Because Manny Pacquiao's made a lot of money dealing with the PBC. And if he was still with the PBC, they probably could have even done it in the UK. Or they could do it in Vegas. Shame on you, Amir. You messed up. But it is what it is. But at the end of the day, I think the PBC is the best route for him. It might not be the most realistic route for him. And I'm quite sure it would make a lot of his fake fans unhappy. But it does steer him clear of promoters, and it steers him towards the direction that he wants to go. And his ultimate goal, obviously, if he's got common sense, and I do believe Manny Pacquiao has common sense, is a fight with Floyd Mayweather Jr. Because if you got Al Haymon working with you, then Al Haymon can be in the ear of Manny Pacquiao, can be in the ear of Floyd Mayweather, and might be able to bait him into coming out and give you that other shot. You know what I mean? For all that money, hey man, it could happen. Anyway, with that, I'm out. Peace.